Hello there, this is Teacher Lori, welcomes you to English 101. If this is your first time watching videos from my channel, please subscribe. And please do not forget to hit the notification bell for more videos. Hi there! Welcome back to my channel. This is Teacher Lori, welcomes you to English 101. For this video, let's talk about the different macro skills of the English language. Many are all familiar with the different macro skills of the English language, but for this video, we will focus on the 4 different macro skills of the English language. For the next video that I will be uploading, I will be adding additional macro skills in the English language. So let us now discuss the different macro skills of the English language. Starting with the first macro skill, which is listening. So listening is a process of using the sense of hearing in order for the person to know what is happening around him. Listening is very important because you cannot react to how the situation is going around you. So if you have the comprehension, definitely you can really understand what the message of a poem, for example, is, what the news is all about if you have the skill. So listening requires requires you to be attentive in details so that once you listen carefully, you can understand comprehensively. The next skill that I'll be sharing is reading. So reading is a process of analyzing symbols for you to understand the message conveyed by the reader or the sender. Reading takes a lot of time of practice in order to decode meaning. When we were in our childhood years, so our parents taught us how to read. We started it in alphabets. We started in reading the alphabets, and later on, we were able to read sentences or phrases and even a paragraph as time goes by. So reading requires us to really practice this skill so that we can also understand what the word is all about. The next macro skill that I'll be sharing to everybody is speaking. So speaking is the process of conveying a message to a receiver verbally, or the process where the listener applies himself or herself the information heard. So if you really understand the message of the poem, for example, or the message of somebody is sharing to you, so definitely you can transform the information being heard. So that becomes speaking, because you will now have the time to speak based on what you heard, based on what you see. It's also one way to express his or her feelings. So it's very important in speaking that you are very informative about what you share, about what you heard, because in speaking it requires you to really speak based on how you understand it, how you comprehend it. The next macro skill that I'll be sharing to everyone is writing. So writing is probably the most complex skill in communication because when we were young, so our parents also taught us how to write. So started with the stroke of the alphabets. So we have to trace before we can learn that, we need to follow the strokes, how to write it, for example, how to write letter A. And as time goes by, writing takes time and practice for you to transfer the said skill. So it requires a lot of time for you to develop this skill in writing. So writing can be done knowing the strokes of each letter in the alphabet, Writing can be also be the process to share his or her feelings or thoughts. So in writing, for example, you have your special friend or your boyfriend or girlfriend. So if you know how to write a message or a love letter about him or her, so definitely it would be easier for you. Okay, so those are the different macro skills of the English language that we discuss on this video. So we have the reading, listening, speaking, and writing.